Hey guys, I'm finally back. I apologize for a little bit of a hiatus. Basically, if you follow me on Twitter or on Twitch, you would know that I was living in the living room for the past few days. And, well, not days, past year. And around the time that I started doing Spyro 2... my mom had got a new job, and so she was home later, home for a little bit more, and I honestly don't want to just leave her out of the living room. So now I have a room again, and we're free to resume Spyro 2. So I can finally say, welcome back to Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage, part of the Spyro Reignited trilogy. Last time we wrapped up the first two Summer Forest worlds in the Colossus Zone. This time we're going to be working on the next. We're going to be learning how to swim from moneybags because we cannot advance. So let's talk to our buddy, to our greedy
Spyro. Would you like to learn
bear
to swim underwater? I suppose I could teach you for a small fee.
Yeah, small fee, 500.
Great. Okay. When you jump in the water, you can use your left stick to move around the surface. Use the charge button to dive underwater. When you're underwater, use the jump button to paddle and charge button to charge.
And now we finally can swim, so it is actually time for our first backtracking stage. First up, backtrack the episode. I'm sorry, I don't know why I said stage. Anyway, our first target is actually back all the way into this little lake near Glimmer, because as you see, there are some gems down here. So, like Moneybag says, we can either move slowly and paddle, or we can charge. There are also smashable pots in here. That's what the charge is for. Alternatively, since we are in technically New Game Plus mode, we can shoot underwater fireballs. I will not be abusing this, just like how I will not be breaking it. I mean, there's only really one level that you actually use this in. We're going to be going to it very soon, but still, that's kind of like the only sequence breaking I'm going to do. But it's not really sequence breaking. Anyway, our second visit is back to Idle Springs, because if you recall, that area had a big lake at the very beginning. An interesting note I would also like to make mention, I apologize, is that Allura was actually meant to appear in the second and third Game Boy Advance games, Spyro Attack of the Rhinox and Season of Ice. Attack of the Rhinox being the third one and Season of Ice being the second. I find it weird I typed it like that. Anyway, she was supposed to be playable in the former of the two, but was scrapped due to time constraints. Why did they say constricts? Oh well. Anyway, so we just dive down here to collect the gems we missed. I'm mumbling again. I need to stop that. As I mentioned before, if you have any of the gems from that one metallic crate that was up here, they will still be in the water, even when you leave. So don't worry about having to break that again. And if we find the Inventor's Cavern and swim up, find a secret little area with the last gems. Okay, I missed some gems. Well, all right. Let's see what this guy has for
I've been
work,
locked
though.
in here with all our tools, and the giant idleheads won't let the workers in unless we can solve the 3 puzzles they've given us. The first puzzle is to turn all these blocks yellow. If you have trouble, come back and talk to me.
So now we have an 8-block puzzle. This is actually really easy to do if you basically just do the 4 corners.
Wow, Spyro, you did it! I knew you could do it. Now, meet me at the pond for the next challenge.
Alrighty, he will not move anywhere because he actually has the magic ability of warp. Unlike that one, I think it's because of the swimming you have to do. But he does it a lot more too.
This idol says he's hungry and won't be satisfied until he's swallowed 10 fish. He's got a sensitive stomach, so watch what kind of fish you feed him.
Alright, so we need to flame the fish. He will only eat blue and yellow fish. If you shoot a red fish into his mouth, he'll barf up at least 3 fish. So it's kind of an easy little Simon Says. Just I don't know why I said Simon Says. It's more of observation. I think that's why I said Simon Says, because it's observation based. So I'm weird like that. And done.
Okay, Spyro, just one more puzzle to go. I'll meet you over by the colored stones for your final challenge.
Alright, so now we have to go through the stage, which it's kind of short. Okay. We also have to find those last 3 coins. I don't know why I said last 3 coins. Those last gems. I have Mario on the brain. I was playing Luigi's Mansion a little bit ago. The 3DS version, and it was also my first time actually playing that game, so yeah. Yeah, it took me this long to actually finally play Luigi's Mansion. I honestly can see why people enjoy it. And honestly, I'm glad that they brought that mechanic back for the sequel and the threequel over Super Mario Sunshine. This guy. Thank you for doing that. Oh, here's where I missed those. There we go.
If you jump on these stones in the correct order, you will solve the puzzle. I only know what the first one is. It's up to you to figure the rest out.
I can always never get this right. I think what we want to do this one? Nope.
Let's...
Alright, this one? Alright, bingo. This one? Nope. Yeah, it's this. I'm not a fan of this part because it's mostly trial and error. I'm probably also basically. Dang it. Also, probably not. I'm not really getting the prime order. Alright, so let's try this other green. Nope. Apologize if this is incredibly boring. But, damn. Okay, so, okay, game. Alright, so now let's try this one. Nope. Alright, so it's the red ones that are last. Alright, so that other green one is the last one. There we go. Did it.
Nice job, Spyro. You're pretty smart for a dragon. All I have to give you is this shiny thing I found in our toolbox.
And so, that is 100% of Colossus Valley. Yep, there we go. I was actually completely assuming. That was super. Anyway, let's now use the guidebook to return to Summer Forest. Yes, so now we can actually go ahead and move on into the castle and work to our next next zone stage. I'm a Sonic fan, so I will be using zones a lot. I think we can.
Check your guidebook.
Okay, I wasn't sure if she could do that right now. Alright, so now we can actually dive into here and collect all the gems that are under this area. You can't do anything about the fish in here, so it's really weird, but no, can't burn that seaweed. I think that is... Alright, cool. I mostly like using the paddle if I'm not having to charge or look for gems, so jump to here. I want to say I like the coloring they did for this area, because if you played the original or watched the original LP, which turned to a stream, which I apologize for, which is why I didn't go and stream this, because I just felt bad. I also feel bad about doing that to Ratchet and Clank. Anyway, that room, it was straight pure blue. It just kind of didn't have the color. Anyway.
You're well on your way, Spyro. Keep collecting talismans to help us defeat Crypto before he can take over Avalar. Oh, and keep collecting those orbs too. The professor thinks they will help you get back to the Dragon World.
Yep. Alright, so in here we can find Hunter to talk to.
Are you enjoying the active camera mode? If you don't like it, I can set it back to the passive mode. Okay, I won't change it. Remember, you can change the camera mode yourself by using the options menu.
I really do like how they basically have a in-game option changer. Anyway, in here we have stairs which we're not going to climb. Well, right now. We also have Allura next to a ladder.
I saw something shiny at the top of this wall. You could probably get it, but you'll have to learn how to climb first.
And we also have 2 more portals. One for Hurricos and one for Sunny Beach. The one we're aiming for today is Hurricos. You might remember this as the Tom Kenny world. I absolutely apologize for that. It was me being really creepy. There's something I don't like about the new version of this. Is if you remember in the old version, they basically had a the purple creature grab what the small blue thing was holding.
We've always had trouble with the gear
I'm
grinders.
not really a fan of the fact that they don't have Tom Kenny voicing these guys. I kind of liked it, honestly.
Force fields. I think
Okay, something I do want to talk about for the second. A lot of it is nice in this version, but they use the same people constantly. I don't really know of any big examples, but yeah. Anyway, while I was looking at it, I completely missed my first little notice I wanted to make. In the original version of this, we did not have this sea. It was all a pitch blackness. But now that we have a little sea, we cannot jump in it. It will still send us plummeting to our death. Yeah, it will still plummet. That little sight of that robot in the big orange guy, that is actually an early conference art for what they wanted to do with the series Ratchet and Clank. Orange creature with the robot. Anyway, we do have a skill point in this world, blasting all those windmills, so we'll be keeping on that. Oh, okay. I know I said I won't be cheating. For big enemies, I will actually be taken out from afar. It's just basically, it's like, because it's like it's kind of weird to just come up with them if I have a far range fireball. I'm sorry, but metal enemies will not. That was close. Will not be taken out by the fireball. Those will still be charged. Yeah. Honestly, I like the remake version of this world. Also, something I forgot to actually do. If you go to options, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this in Spyro 1, but now we're actually showing it. And you go to sound, you can choose between either the original volume or the reignited volume. So there we go. So there we go. Yeah. I actually completely forgot to change that back. Oh. Yeah, so when I do revisiting when I do backtracking for this game, I will actually be having the original soundtrack. But when but it's like for everything else, it'll be the newer version. Listen, honestly, I like the newer version of the songs. They just sound a lot more livelier. Alright, so there's that. We're not going to go that way because that's going to lead to an orb, which we will get later on. Put this diode in, and then done. Another interesting note about the stage is that it, along with Glimmer, is the only two worlds in this game that are not tied together, that do not have a corresponding sister level. I think they might have wanted to tie this to Glimmer, but honestly, I really can't see how they would have. So honestly, I'm kind of thankful. Alrighty, so now we just want. Oh, so another game I actually have never played in the past that came around that era as well, GameCube, PS1, Xbox era, was Onimusha. And yesterday when I went to GameStop to add more to my Fire Emblem 3 Houses, I might be doing a stream on that when that game comes out. Not going to turn to a stream series, but yeah. I'm absolutely just excited for 3 Houses. Anyway, I also grabbed Onimusha Warlords, the remake. And I honestly really like that. That is a really good game. Anyway, there's the Gear Grinders Talisman. Hurricos Talisman. I don't know why I said Gear Grinders. But it is now time to handle the 3 orbs. And also grab that gem. We'll do this one. We'll focus this one. Our first orb is this path I've screwed. Jerk. Our fodder for the stage is rats. It's the same rats from. Well, it's the same animation of rats from the last 2 stages of Spyro 1, North Cove and Twilight Harbor. We'll also be seeing them. Actually, no, I'm wrong. So I can get you up here. Alright, so talk to this select. Oh, I see you. There we go. There you are.
These gear grinder thieves keep taking our lightning stones. If you can replace them all and activate our generator, I'd be very grateful.
Okay, that is like the only voice I like for the Electros. This sounds so nerdy. I think that's also why I like when Tom Kenny did that in the original version of 2. Anyway, This is not a 4-star mission. This is easily 1 or 2. So basically what we need to do is we need to gather these lightning stones in our mouth. Well, we basically need to put all the lightning stones in. The counter for the thieves are basically how many there are. Yeah, our goal is to basically put all these away. I see you. I see you, jerk. You're on the wrong side, but there. Meanwhile, let's go see if we lost any of them. Yep, I see you. Anyone else? Looks like it. Oh, they're gone. Oh, I see you. You can either flame or charge these guys. Honestly, if I have a lightning stone in my mouth, I'll. Okay, I thought there was a 6th one. Is that? Anyway, I thought there was another one. Like, geez, you guys came out. A lot of you guys came out. Like, I already took care of 2 before I even started doing this mission. I think I have one. Let's put this in. Yep, I saw another one. I feel like a farmer chasing away like a coyote for my crops. Doing this. This is how I feel doing with the super flame. It's like the super flame's my shotgun. Alright, so we should have. Yep, there's another one. Y'all come back here right now, you darn vermins. I apologize, I will never do that again. Alright, we just have 2 more and then we can actually do this quest a lot without any interruptions. Yeah, the game kind of makes you kill them in order to do that. In order to basically do this. Yoshi noise. Yes, I said Yoshi noise. I will be trying to use that instead of cursing. Yes, I'm weird. Deal with it. Last one, got him. And that is all of the thieves. So now we can actually go ahead and pop all the lightning stones into the generators to max out the power. And there we go.
Thank you, Spyro. I found this shiny thing mixed up with our lightning stones. Please, take it as a reward.
He sounds a little like Mandork from Dexter's Lab. And slash that one kid from Polar Trust. I can never remember the actor's name, I apologize. Alright, anyway, so for our next 2 orbs, we need to do a little preparation. It involves these switches and the supercharge. Also, going to just go ahead and unlock this. I honestly like going back and forth for this stuff. But if you also have the super flame, you can get rid of that too. But like I said, that's the only time I'm going to do that, just to show off. If you want to make it a little bit easier, do this. Yeah, I'm not going to do it any other time. These windmills do not count for the skill point, by the way. It's all those wooden ones. Which we do have one more, and it is a little bit later.
Spyro,
Do you see that big building over there? The gear grinders are using it to steal our electricity. Please help us by shutting down the machinery inside.
This one I really feel should have been like the main mission, considering the fact that that big building is also where we get the got the talisman. I don't know what that was so hard about. Alright, so these are some of the bigger noises. Ooh, that was actually very close. 'Cause for some reason, that was me, and that was accidental. There we go.
Spyro, you have done well so far. You could have this little trinket for good luck. If you have any questions about shutting down the factory, just ask me.
Yep, so both of the remaining two orbs are actually doing the same thing.
Next glides get tricky. You'll have to use your hover maneuver to make them. Press the action button during a glide to hover and get extra height. Remember to press the action button when you're very close to the windmill, or you won't make it.
Alright, and upon making this whirlwind appears. I don't know why I was saying whirlwind. Windmill. That's what I was trying to say the second time. Not whirlwind. Anyway, that whirlwind is basically so in case you mess up, you can actually come back. Yes, this honestly I do feel kind of acquires its 5-star ranking because it is pretty difficult, especially the last bit. Alright, I missed the gems. I missed. I also missed the word. No, there it is. Especially this last bit. Because now we're actually doing it over a pit. Oh, cool. Made it.
Spyro, help! The switch to turn off the gear grinder factory is in that room, but, it's awfully noisy in there.
Let's see how noisy it is. This isn't that noisy. Even Spyro's face is like, this isn't that noisy.
Thanks for shutting down the factory. Here, I found this stuck between the gears. You can have it if you want.
And you're still just going to give it to me. Anyway, that is all the orders of Hurricos, but we are not 100% done because I did notice I missed these 3 gems. Oh, I'm missing more. Alright, so let's start Sparks. So let's point us to where the remaining ones are. Okay, seem to be over this way. Oh. Nope, that's not it. Oh, I missed some gems back here. There we go. That's 100% Kurikos. So, let's now return home. I love this droid. I love the stitching on the back of their jackets. I actually really do like that. Yeah, it's like they also changed some stuff from that one too, and I don't like it. In the original, they're allowed to that it wasn't. I probably made it way lower than it sounded. It was like a little high pitched version of that. That, and also that high five was not a high five. Basically, the one that offered a high five, instead of getting the high five, smacks the one holding the wires in the back of the head, and he falls over, and he just looks at the camera. I honestly really am disappointed to change these scenes. Anyway, that is going to be it for this episode. Next time, we will cover the last 2 zones of Summer Forest. Sunny Beach and whatever lies beyond. Take care, everyone. I will see you next time.